Hey, how are you doing today, you guys? So, we're bringing it back to your childhood and adolescence, perhaps it can bring back some nightmares for you guys. We're talking about the benefits of chewing your food. Right now, we're going through that with our 4-year-old, constantly just trying to remind her of, like, chew your food. Well, she chews it kind of loud with her mouth open. So we're working on a lot of different things, but that's what we got for you guys today, is the benefits of chewing your food. So before we get into that, you guys, we can dive into a whole other topic, but before we talk about any sort of nutritional aspects, the first and foremost foundational aspect of nutrition is eating actual foods. You know, actually putting food in your mouth, forcing yourself to chew it, and then go through the digestion process. We'll get more in depth on that, but before we get into too much in depth in as far as macros, nutrients, paleo, all those other things, we all must be consuming or eating a diet that is actually eaten, or be it by you're forcing to eat real food and chew it. So let's get into it. So first benefit of eating your food is absorb more nutrients and more energy out of the foods you eat. So the digestion process, you guys, is actually a kind of a very energetic consuming process. It requires a lot of energy. It requires a lot of work from your stomach, from your intestines, from your gut, just to process and actually digest the food. So when we chew food, that is allowing your food to first be broken down. What we're looking for out of this, you guys, is your food to actually be liquefied in your mouth before we swallow it down your esophagus into your stomach. So when we're chewing, when we liquefy it, it helps the stomach break it down a little bit easier and be passed into your intestines, which is the absorption process from there. After that, you guys, because we're liquefying the food, it allows your intestines to easily absorb the nutrients and to utilize the energy in which we're trying to do. Because really, that's what we're trying to get out of food, is we're breaking it down, utilizing the energy, and allowing us to do X, Y, Z throughout our day. So it makes that process a little bit easier. Number 2, it helps maintain a healthy body weight. So if you're a person that's on some sort of nutritional plan, that's trying to, get down into maintain their calorie count, bring their calories, restrict their calories on a certain frame, is just get into a better total calorie count. It's not about calories, but if we're looking for that, you guys, studies have shown that subjects, if they take a longer time to chew and actually digest their meal, it's been shown for them to eat up to 10% less calories throughout the day. So if you have an issue over consuming your food, chew your food longer. Take a little bit longer to actually sit down, chew your meal, and you may see a reduction in that calorie count pretty easily, as opposed to having to always count your calorie throughout the day. The next portion of that, you guys, is it roughly takes your brain about 20 minutes to send that signal from your brain to your stomach saying that it's full. So when we're engulfing and just shoveling food down our gullet, what we're looking for, you guys, is if you're getting a meal done in 10 minutes, but it's this huge, massive plate of food, your stomach doesn't fully understand that it's full. So we're going to constantly keep overeating. So take your time, chew your food. We'll get into what kind of state we're looking for as far as the environment goes, but allow yourself to chew your food. Thirdly, is your food gets more exposure to the saliva in your mouth. So when food enters your mouth and we start to chewing, saliva, that's the first step of which your food is being digested. The enzymes in the saliva is actually breaking the food down. It's helping liquefy it, and it's also lubricating it so it goes down your esophagus easier and gets passed down the chain in which it's supposed to be digested. So it allows that process a little bit more time to be broken down in your mouth, and allows it to be broken down in your stomach a little bit easier as well. Along with that, with saliva, is it helps clean your mouth. So when food particles are in your mouth, whether they be small, big, or large, they stick around, obviously. So when saliva is in your mouth, it helps break those down. It helps kind of clean your teeth, helps break that or push those through a little bit easier, and it also helps clean out some plaque that may be as well. So that helps with your teeth. Okay, so I'm going to put this in a 2-part video, you guys, after viewing it and kind of going through there. It's a little bit longer than what I was hoping to. Surprise, surprise, I tend to be a little bit long-winded. But I'm going to make this 2 parts for you guys. That way you can still get the benefits and get kind of all the the bullet points of what we're putting out, but at the same time, have the rest of your day to go through. So today's going to be 1 through 4. Actually, we'll make it 1 through 3. We'll go 1 through 3. Tomorrow will be 4 through 7, and that way you guys can absorb the information the same way as you would if you were chewing your food. So, bring it to you guys today and tomorrow. See y'all.